Alright, let's finish this story. Alright, where are we? Ahem, so, the Winged Cavaliers and Mr. Pavel's PMC. I invited you over today because both of you recently proposed your own art arrangements regarding Cliffwatch Town's future. Hold on, sorry. As your contributions to the town speak for themselves, I hope we can set aside our differences and work together, reaching an ideal consensus here today. Miss Liushih, while the resources and capital at your disposal are impressive, you seem rather inexperienced in matters of management. Your Winged Cavaliers have failed to expand at the same rate as the town's growth. I'm afraid this will only lead to your inability to keep up with increasing security demands in the near future. This fucking smug look, man. My PMC, on the other hand, can adapt as needed and form a stable, mutual beneficial relationship with Cliffwatch Town. What you're saying is that you want to recruit the town's residents into your PMC, right? No, I'm talking about a comprehensive partnership agreement, land rights, authority to conduct military operations, economic privileges, and so on. I see. My, that's quite ambitious for someone your age, Mr. Pavel, but how exactly would that benefit Cliffwatch Town? Choice. I don't think I need to remind you how rare it is to be able to choose for yourself in the yellow zones. Mokesh, people spend their days slaving away at the factory, while as people fish corpses from beneath the ice sheets to survive. Corpses? What? They eat people? And so far, Cliffwatch has survived solely on its old mining industry and salvaging scraps. I have the necessary connections to bring major corporate backing. Building new production lines suited to this place is something that Orlog Conglomerate has been planning for a long time. They're just waiting for the right opportunity. When the time comes, I plan to invest in arsenals, military academies, and training centers. In return, everyone gets a job. Everyone gets to fill their stomachs. What do you say, Mayor? That sounds really appealing. Cliffwatch could really use... No, it doesn't, Mr. Pavel. What? I'll fund Cliffwatch Town. We'll build schools, hospitals, repair roads, and ensure safe passage for all. We all know this place has abundant mineral resources. The refineries from the NSU era only fell out of use because they've been ravaged by elids and vandalized by bandits. I'm sorry, my jaw is sore on the right side, so it's like, I think that's what's causing me to like kind of not mix my words, but like sometimes it hurts to speak certain words and vowels. So if I'm like stuttering, it's because there's like pain in my jaw right now. I'm sorry about that. I'll restore all of them, secure trade deals with other regions, and bring in more diverse industries. More importantly, industries. More importantly, all of this will be in the hands of Cliffwatch Town itself. No outsider will have management authority or be able to meddle with any of it. Is this some kind of joke? Do you have any idea how long it'll take for that kind of investment to break even? Yeah, Miss Liushih, what kind of return do you expect from doing that? I don't expect anything in return. See, like right there, my jaw like hurt real bad. You don't need anything? Oh, I see. So money isn't what you're after. Then perhaps you're looking for something more political. Say, special privileges? The only privilege I want is for you to respect the Winged Cavaliers' autonomy. We're here to ensure safe passage through the mountain roads. We don't need anything else. We will not force conscription either. Anyone who generally wants to join is free to come whenever they want, as well as leave whenever they want. Well then, Miss Liushih, let's take a short break first. Sure, okay. Liushih nods calmly, completely unsuspecting of any schemes to play, while the mayor and Pavel step outside. The moment they leave the room, the mayor turns to Pavel with a bitter expression. Mr. Pavel, While I'd really love to support the conglomerate, no offer, no matter how good it is, can compete with something that's literally free. If money can't change your people's minds, what about fear? Then it would have to be something so petrifying that would paralyze even the bravest of us. I doubt you can achieve that. Miss Liushih has done so much for the people of Cliffwatch these past 2 years that we trust her almost unconditionally. So she knows every resident by name, and she personally helped every one of them. And no, it's not all about her wealth. She would attend every single one of our weddings, funerals, would laugh and cry with us. Most of us have already forgotten she's even a doll. Oh my god, he's not gonna like that. Oh my god, my jaw. It hurts to laugh a little bit. Hold on, let me... Sorry, I'm typing something. I can pin this, right? Okay, there we go. I pinned a message. That way if people... Hold on. I should have done this earlier. I don't know why. Why don't you just say what you want to say, Mr. Mayor? I'm afraid our choice will disappoint the conglomerate, and Cliffwatch Town will miss this opportunity for prosperity. What a foolish choice. Maybe she still has the money now, but her purse will eventually run dry. Have you ever considered what to do then? Well, just follow me, Mr. Mayor. You need to think rationally for the sake of the town. Get it? Rationally. That's why the URNC appointed you, don't you think? Back inside, Liushih sits neatly, smiling at the two men's return. Miss Liushih, you've definitely seen what you're capable of, but may I ask you one thing? Why are you doing all this? To free this place from poverty. I'm content as long as Clown Watch Town. I'm content as long as Cliffwatch Town becomes a wonderful place for people to live, for people to call home, whatever. Home? That's it? That's it? Huh. Don't you have a human heart? Huh? I don't know where your luck or money came from, but you're a complete joke. What made you say that, Mr. Pavel? You think humans are just like dogs? Feed them and they'll become loyal? See you as their friend, their idol, their hero? I never once thought that way. I already have a hero. No one can replace him. That's because you know jack shit about humans. You're just keeping them hooked with food, water, and shelter. The moment you fail to deliver on any of that, they'll turn their backs and leave you behind. Now, no matter how much you've done for them, no matter how grateful they seem, eventually their own interests will become their priority, and all they think about is how you haven't given them enough. At that point, a little temptation, a little coercion, is all it takes for them to portray you, backstab you, leaving you with nothing. If that happens, I'll quietly take my leave. After all, I never considered this as where my journey ends. Mayor, you said she laughed and cried alongside you, but that's just her program responses. She never truly felt those emotions. See how she just can walk away and leave everything behind, despite seemingly having poured her heart and soul into it, because it's all meaningless to her at the end of the day. And when you lose everything, Miss Liushih, I bet you won't feel a thing either. I doubt you will ever understand what home truly means, no matter how much you wax lyrical about it. Mayor, I'll be going now. Okay then. Take care. Bro's a hater, just a hate. Jumping onto the truck, the group returns to the Winged Cavalier's outpost. To the surprise, Pavel is nowhere to be found. He merely stripped the outpost of all turrets, equipment, and weapons in the arsenal, leaving behind a barren and empty base. So certain that no one would bother to stick around afterwards, or thinking that the remaining Cavaliers posed so little threat without their trusty steeds, Pavel simply left all of his men, with all of his men. Damn it, they even took everything from the workshop, those vultures. All those years of hard work. Where's Liushih? She's in the command room, but she's not letting anyone in because of Boss Liushih. Those bastards. I will never forgive Viola, or that bastard Pavel. Oh my god, my jaw, sorry. That one hurt. Phelan hesitates for a moment before pulling out her communicator and dialing a familiar contact. Sorry, Liushih and everyone. I'll have to make this call for us all. Even if it embarrasses us in front of Master, I can't let Liushih suffer like this. Ooh, yeah, Phelan? What's up? Asti, I have to tell Master something. Is it about Liushih and that scummy PMC guy? Yeah. It's about Liushih and that scummy... Wait, you already know? Liushih and Fetuza were on the call with Darling for the last hour and a half. I heard them asking for permission to send out Defy and 404 to level the entire town of Cliffwatch or something. Where have you been? After receiving the data transmitted by the Chevenet and Fetuza, I tasked Lorelei, Liva, and Helen digging up more intel on the matter. With the data obtained by Fetuza and Sweeper to support our findings, Liva achieved the breakthrough. We haven't seen Liva in a while. Project Pegasus, one of the many NSU military R&D programs that was eventually scrapped after its merger with the URNC. Enough units to equip 11 platoons were produced. All low-rate initial production models. Each troop has one leader, paired with 32 dummies. Of the 11 troops, 10 were written off or already disposed of. Only one's whereabouts are currently unknown. The project was entirely led by OKB Solomon, a covert facility not listed in any official NSU registries. Out of its numerous products, including but not limited to various models of mechanical walkers like the Pegasus, armored vehicles, and helicopters, none have any recorded combat history. As for the lead designer of OKB Solomon, his name is Dr. Nikolai Smolin. Smolin? Is Smolin or Solomon? I've been saying Solomon. Smolin. He was a strong advocate for incorporating Sanctus Fury technology into the NSU military. His wife helped him complete the research on many of his programs, including the Pegasus. But ultimately, the NSU became part of the URNC before any fruits of his labor ever saw service. Everything related to OKB Smolin was erased from the archives, including the facility's location. Mr. and Mrs. Smolin were later arrested on charges of political corruption. On the surface, he's a dissident who conspired against the government, embezzled research funds, and misappropriated state property. But these are all, of course, trumped up charges based solely on testimony and with little to no evidence to back them up. Dr. Smolin was merely a scapegoat for those powerful figures who had taken the wrong side during the internal political strife of the time. They used them to erase any ties they had with the old Soviet military. After his arrest, all of his property was made forfeit, and his children seem to have vanished from the face of the earth. While serving his sentence, numerous testimonies from his former students and colleagues led to repeated extensions of his term. So Pavel and Viola are Mr. Solomon's Viola as well. Ain't it obvious? Pavel Smolin, a mere PMC operator and an underground broker, couldn't have rapidly risen to such prominence in this region of the Yellow Zones without the ample support of the Gerard Group. Of course, he recuperated the conglomerate's favor by playing a major role in expanding its influence in the region. He's been on quite a roll going around the Yellow Zones. The fact that he's so utterly obsessed with Cliffwatch Town and Liushih's ponies could only mean one thing. Cliffwatch Town was originally most likely a closed city, housing administrative and research facilities of OKB Solomon, which explains why Liushih found the Pegasus in its vicinity. and located inside the Pegasus data storage are coordinates for the main production facility of OKB Salmon. You're saying that Pavel did all this to clear his father's name, and why is he picking on Liushih and the others? It's not hard to see why. Liushih and her winged cavaliers are a force of justice and righteousness. Do you think she would allow the conglomerate to sully the town she's done everything to protect? Well, I definitely wouldn't. Besides, even if he can't save his father right away, Pavel is most definitely planning to take advantage of the machinery and equipment left in the facility to build an even more powerful army to rule over the Yellow Zones. At that point, he would have no choice but to strengthen his ties with the conglomerate, just like George from Mokesh. Liushih is an obstacle he will have to face sooner or later. Right, Master. Can you give Liushih some comforting? She's been through a lot. Oh no. Darling's comforting can be really dangerous. If Liushih's neurocloud gets bricked, the fault will lie with you, Phelan. Hey, could we stop the melodrama? But indeed, it's not yet time for me to get involved. If she were still a member of Griffin, a subordinate of mine, I'd make sure to reassure her right away. No need to be in such a hurry, is there? Oh, you bet some are going to get the wrong idea if the commander starts being too kind to one spiffed doll. She's a leader herself now. She should rely on her own subordinates, rather than me in times like these. I just feel, I just sense some jealousy going around. Everyone's already left. Only Zishui, Luca, and Ivana are still here. You mean it should be us to comfort her instead? Call me naive or whatever, but I still have faith in those people. Let's wait a little longer. Shania, I'll have Maylin on call to assist with Zishui's repairs. The operation is in your capable hands. Gotcha. The hero will surely bring the Khan back to the pink of health. The Khan? Hey Tuza, the airborne beacon will soon be in range to support you. ETA 12 hours. You may contact the buds to adjust the signal. Okie dokie, that means we can chat with little Zoe too. Phelan, I'll leave Liushih to you. If the situation becomes too much to handle, the closest backup you can call is is Hyde 404 Team B. Yes, Master. Vector. Alright, I'm gonna take a swig of water real quick. With help from Feituza, Shania works on Jisui's injuries. According to this engineer called Maylin, someone hastily patched up Jisui's body after she was critically damaged, preventing her core from suffering irreversible degradation. Liushih can only think of one person who could have and would have done that. Despite both Phelan and Shania wanting to comfort her, Liushih still requests that she and Zishui be left alone until the latter wakes up. Phew, Zishui, it's just me and you again. Just like when Griffin dissolved, or when I left the Luz. I've always wanted a home, but what even is a home exactly? She closes her eyes and holds her partner's hand. Over the years, she had long buried her old vulnerable self and carried on with a sense of duty strong enough to bear the weight of everyone's lives. But even after everything they've been through, this was still far too excruciating for her to bear. So when Zishui, someone who had always supported and encouraged her unconditionally, was around, she felt as if she could indulge in some of the lackadaisical wisdom she had 10 years ago. After Miss Liu passed, her inheritance was betrothed to me, but living alone in that huge mansion got very lonely, so I hired other dolls to keep me company, despite being a doll myself. Ridiculous, just ridiculous. That's how I ended up joining Griffin, fighting alongside the commander and our comrades, and even joining Squad Puzzle. But Squad Puzzle? That's new. Even though there was no shortage of painful and frightening experiences, every day I spent there was happy and fulfilling. And then, everyone was gone, and the empty Griffin became terrifying. Bright halls, once filled with laughter and joy, became dark and somber. Only my footsteps echoed through them. It was scary. It was to escape that fear, that unease, that I came to the Yellow Zone, I thought I found others just like me, people who are all also afraid of loneliness and longed for a home. A single crystal clear droplet falls on Zishui's hand, and Liushih, holding back her sobs, murmurs sorrowfully, I never wanted any gratitude. I never thought I needed the commander's praise either. What hero, what great deeds, it's all so surreal to me. I'm simply passing on what I was given, to those that are in need. Isn't that the right thing to do? But, Zishui, at least, please don't leave me. Please don't betray me. Don't lie to me. Don't leave me alone in the dark. You really are such a crybaby, Liushih. Zishui! The sudden response startles Liushih. She looks up to see Zishui wearing a resigned smile. You're fine now. Yeah, it's getting a little noisy for Nabs. Man, you guys just won't give me a break. Noisy? Can't you hear it? If not, listen more closely. Surely you can hear it. Huh? Following Zishui's words, Liushih quietly closes her eyes. Perhaps she had been so deeply focused earlier, her auditory module had filtered out all external sounds. But now, Liushih hears it, a faint hum. It's the hum of the Winged Cavaliers. See the Winged Cavaliers arrive, coming down the mountainside. Shining armor and wings, death from above make their enemy kneel. Everyone's back? But why? Are there so many more voices? Why don't you take a look yourself? Yo, is that Nightbolt? Oh shit, wait, when did you come in? I might have missed it. My bad. I didn't mean to ignore your greeting. I'm just doing some reading, don't mind me. Oh yeah, if you can't see the pinned message, the right side of my jaw hurts. So when I speak, there's like pain. So if I sound weird at any point, that's why. It's because I'm trying not to open my jaw as wide. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just reading. I'm trying to get this done before I do anything else because I'm almost finished with this event. So Liushih helps Zishui nearly repaired body up to her feet. Together they step outside. You're gonna hear me stutter a lot now. Greeting the dolls in unprecedented scene of the night illuminated by flashlights and torches. Hundreds of people, carrying large quantities of weapons, munitions, and supplies, are converging on the Winged Cavaliers' outposts. What is this? Oh, General, Khan, you've awoken from your long slumber. The common folk... What the fuck? The common folk have grasped their right to bear arms, joining the hero's great army. Holy, she quoted the Second Amendment. Their right to bear arms. Boss, it's all of our comrades. They didn't run away. They realized we didn't stand a chance to get Pavel outnumbered 15-1 back then. So they went around the neighboring towns, delivering speeches and gathered as many like-minded folks as they could. Bro, this is literally just the American Revolution. What? They just went around on horses and just started chanting, "No commies here." True. Which is funny because they say comrade. But that's because they're like, in the game's lore, this doesn't take place in the Americas. This takes place in like Europe and Asia and stuff. So you're gonna hear like comrade, other like European slang, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Be it guards from Cliffwatch Town or merchants who had received the Cavaliers' help, they all came after hearing what happened to Boss Zishui. We've got over 140 people now, and more yet to follow. Even the mayor has come, but what is he gonna do? They all said the Cavaliers have always looked after the people of Cliffwatch. Naturally, they couldn't just stand by and watch us disband. They even brought all the weapons, supplies, and vehicles they can find. Bro, they literally are This many? Yeah, how am I supposed to cook for all of them? Liushih staggers from shock and slumps to the ground alongside Zishui. Before their eyes lies a scene with great hustle and bustle, not unlike a night market. People not from just Cliffwatch, but also various surrounding settlements, camps, and villages have also gathered here. You know, what they say about Yellow Zone residents, they always be packing something, whether a gun or a whole rocket launcher. Who says that? No one says that. I always thought that was just a Cliffwatch thing, but it turns out it's like that everywhere. Equipment, supplies, and ammo pile into a small hill in the middle of the outpost. Despite most of it being obsolete, it still serves a hint at Cliffwatch's past as a military facility. Bro, what do you mean obsolete? Obsolete. What would be obsolete? I guess like an old bolt action gun. Maybe like my Mosin would be no, because Mosin the Gaunt uses a Mosin. I can't say that. The Cavaliers can thus change into their new gear and new weapons. There are like 30 men with combat experience wishing to fight alongside us. But to put everyone in danger because of me... Miss Liushih, this isn't just your fight anymore. Mr. Mayor. If Pavel takes over, he will surely forge closer ties with the conglomerate, considering its relations with settlements have only deteriorated after the Mokesh incident. It won't be long before violence becomes the only way to settle things. Oh my god. I'm getting stuff spoiled right now. Musket? I don't think they have muskets. This is like... This takes place in like 2067, I think. After World War III. I don't think they have muskets. I think they long deteriorated already. I think what they consider obsolete would be like bolt action guns, maybe. Like real old hunting rifles, I think. Because they have AR-15s. They still use them. Cliffwatch Town isn't exactly the most well-off settlement out there, but thanks to you, has enjoyed a relatively peaceful time these past years. We've come to appreciate and value the peace more and more. That would be funny if they had a musket, though. Miss Liushih, you once said you wished for this place to become a beautiful home, but you also said you'll leave sooner or later. Indeed, Mr. Mayor. Well then, Miss Liushih, do you know what home means? It means where the heart is. It means a place you can always return to, at any time, for any reason. I understand now. Thank you. Zishui, Liushih. Master told me to update you on Pavel and Viola's info. The commander? He's found out what's going on here? Yeah, Master said he trusts you to know what to do. That you'll definitely come out on top. Is that so? If that's what the commander said... Upon hearing Fei Lin's news, a complex expression crosses Liushih's face. She pauses to reflect, then nods to Zishui. After asking Dashanaya to help prop up her comrade, she walks into the crowd. Everyone, thank you for risking your lives to stand with us in our darkest hour. The Winged Cavaliers were never able... What? Okay, I messed up there. The Winged Cavaliers were never about waging wars. The dream we longed for had always been riding our steeds freely, not worrying about warfare. Advanced warfare? And meeting new friends on the hilltops of Cliffwatch. We want prosperity for all, not just ourselves. Wealth is for one, wealth is for none. Oh, wealth for one is wealth for none. Hence why we've always shared with our friends, our comrades, our families, so that happiness may find us all. We do not take from others, but if someone tries to plunder what belongs to us or to our companions, we will fight back, but not because we want to become as greedy, selfish, and unscrumptious as they are, nor because that is the only way to survive. But now, I've made the call to attack Mr. Pavel's forces, to thwart his plans, and to keep our home safe from anyone who dares to try to lay their hands on it. Holy Aura. The crowd erupts in cheers. Liushih organizes the original Cavalier members and the veteran volunteers into corresponding squads, while distributing the equipment and supplies as needed. Boss Zishui, it's meal o'clock. What? You want a freshly discharged patient to cook for you? If not you, who else? They even took all of we had in the freezer. Wow, that's fucked up. Only thing left is what Boss Liushih made last night. Hey, how dare they? I only messed up that one dish. Anyway, do your best to get some rest. We'll head out in 1 hour. Hearing the thunderous cheers, Liushih smiles and wipes the tears off the corner of her eyes. She turns around and notices Jisui arguing with Deshanaya about which ingredients to use for cooking. Then suddenly asks her, Jisui, do you remember who patched you up? It was Viola, and I think I heard her say something to me. What did she say? She said that we can't win. I suppose she meant well. She can't exactly betray her brother, but didn't want us to get hurt either. However, how will we ever know unless we try? Wow. So deep and inspiring. So cool. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna do one. If I can't figure it out, we're going back, I guess. I can't figure this out. What's going on here? Okay. Hold on. No, that's gonna explode. Oh, wait. Well... You do this. Oh. I think I get it. Think. Me thinks... No. Right. Maybe... How the hell do we do this? Maybe... No. I have to push him somewhere, for sure. He need I can't speak. He needs to come over here somehow. Maybe if I do that. There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. I did it. I'm so smart. Okay, I actually have to use the restroom though. Alright, I'll be right back. Totally tubular. Hold on. I was playing. Oh, Nightbolt. If you're still here, I was playing Killing Floor 3 yesterday. No, Sunday night. I was playing 3 because they had a free trial for it. It was. I will say it's entirely different from Killing Floor 2. My volume. Okay. Run one. That's all I gotta say about that. I had other things to say, but it's just there's so much different from it that I forget. Using the coordinates extracted from Dailu, Palvel, and Viola, led all of their subordinates, a massive force of Sangus automations of various automated bots, deep into the darkness of an abandoned mine tunnel on horseback. Although they encountered Elids along their way, all were torn to shreds the instant they poked their heads out of their wretched holes. Those feeble creatures stood no chance against such a massive force. Pavel is, however, quite pleased by the presence of Elids, since no world exists wherein these creatures could coexist with humanity. The presence of such a horde alone indicates that his objective had likely never been discovered by someone else. I see. An abandoned mine tunnel marked as hazardous that would certainly keep but the most suicidal idiots from wandering into here. Hey boss, these horses are incredible. They even come with built-in radiation sensors and emergency invasion systems. They were designed as frontline military hardware. Features like those are a given. No. Brother, those features were specifically added by Bitsys Liushih because she was worried about everyone's safety. I was about to ask, like there wasn't radiation back then. Well, no, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm stupid. There was, but I don't think it was as prevalent, right? Oh, my fucking jaw, dude. Even as Dad's magnus opus, they can only become such gentle steeds because everyone in the Cavaliers kept testing and improving upon what Dad started. Viola, I understand that you value loyalty and friendship, but it's time for you to let go of those dolls and the winged Cavaliers. Even if we did nothing, those two wouldn't last long in today's world. Not with that naivete. There are only two things you can put your trust in: family and power. Oh, family. Vin Diesel reference. Hold on. My frames dropped a little bit. While Pablo is lecturing Viola, the recon team reports back with an update. Several dolls leading a crowd are rapidly approaching from Sinta's clock. Pavel is baffled. He didn't expect Liushih and Zishui to allow these men to charge into what effectively is a certain death. After quickly weighing his options, he gives a hand signal. Set up an ambush along the outer perimeter. Wipe them out. Don't let anyone inside. Piece of cake, boss. Just don't forget about overtime pay. Of course, I'll triple the bonus. Woo! I have shot the president for that kind of money. Now get your asses going, rookies. Bro, what is this deal? Talking about shooting the president and shit? These Sanguis automations will take your orders from now on. But if combat loses exceed 30% as per our contract, you'll be liable for compensation. So don't expect any bonuses if that happens. Just a few dozen winged cavaliers without their steeds. Relax, we won't get your toys destroyed. Or damaged, sorry. Indeed, Miss Liushih, you may hold more wealth than I ever have. But you don't understand how to use humans. More importantly, you don't know when it's time to discard them, and to do so without hesitation. Whoa, this guy is rude. They're here. Everyone fall back behind cover. Shania, Phelan, Zishui, I'm counting on you. No problem. You focus on commanding. The forces of chaos may outnumber us, but the power of courage and friendship are on our side. Hark, for victory shall prevail for the forces of good. Even if we stand to win, the casualties will be severe. The enemy still holds an overwhelming numeric advantage despite reinforcements from Cliffwatch Town. Miss Liushih, as discussed earlier, we need to hold position until the airborne beacon arrives. Until then, preventing them from retreating back into the tunnel is all you need to do. Please try drawing as many of Mr. Pavel's men and mechanical units into the open as possible. Especially the Sanguis machines, the more the better. Understood. Observing the commander's stratagems had always been a hobby of mine. Now the time has come for me to employ the very same tactics. Before Zishui and I left Griffin, Professor Persica once told me, a certain possibility is blooming within the neural clouds of dolls who once served under the commander like you. Now it's time to put that possibility to the test. I'm sure everyone can do that. Do it. God damn it. Yeah, let's just one-shot all these people. Yawn. Alright. A dumpster. Forget. Let's just kill everybody from here. Can she do something like this? Or maybe we just kill everyone that's right here first. Wow. I still don't know how to play her. Probably just do this for now. Damn. I love Shania. Bro, even the I don't know. That's so funny. Intense gunfire tears through the silent night. Muzzles flashes illuminating the dark mountain road with dim crimson glows. Despite their bolstering numbers and high morale, the lack of heavy weaponry and the absence of their steel steed place the Cavaliers in a difficult spot. It's only thanks to can't say her name. It's only thanks to the Chevenet's pinpoint marksmanship, Phelan's high-risk hit-and-run maneuvers, and Liushih's deliberate positioning of the humans towards the rear that the front line even manages to hold. What does Liushih do, though? These idiots, get off the horse if you can't ride. What are you even doing? Now's not the time to rant. There are too many Sanguis units on the flank. We can't hold on any longer. Don't let them encircle us. The general is under fire. Go lend her a hand, Khan. Leave this to us. I don't know why she calls her Khan, though. Zishui nods and looks at Liushih's squad, currently enduring heavy bombardment from the front. In that moment, Liushih is still trying to draw enemy fire while covering her comrades, using precise shots to pick off approaching hostiles whenever the opportunity presents. Understood. You two hold the line. Your hero will never fall to such paltry. Oh, huh? Strategist? What are you doing? That's the number 3 on the commander's most adorable poses tier list, as ranked by the dolls on board the Elmo. What? Perhaps for the first time ever, the Shania stares at someone else with a look of utter confusion that is usually reserved for when others look at her. Betuza stands fully upright and gazes at the canopy above. Her feet together, both arms raised sky high at an angle. The Shania watches blankly until a bullet knocks Betuza to the ground, snapping the doll back to her senses with a squeal. Betuza, what are you doing? Testing the signal. The beacon should be here any oh, was she, like... She had her phone like raised up, and then she got sniped. Dear Nitsi, cease the distractions. Didn't I tell you before that you couldn't control these dangerous machines because your clearance level was too low? Why are you bringing that up now? Put me in the pilot seat already. Little Foxy there is about to get overrun. Alien's doing fine. You should start trusting your comrades more, you know? You're the old one. You're the odd one out here, Nitsi. After I took over several dangerous machines myself, I realized that the problem wasn't that your clearance level was too low, but rather the designation of sweeper simply does not exist in their database. In other words, they saw you as just another machine running the OGAS protocol, nothing more. So strictly speaking, you were never officially part of Sandra's Fury. Ooh. What? Oh my, Nitsi. Always rambling about Sandra's this, Sandra's that. My, how could we let such a fervent proclamations be judicious? So up next, I'm going to directly inject the existence of Sweeper into their mind. You can do that? With the beacon's massive bandwidth and everyone aboard the Elmo helping out, yes. Don't believe me? Just watch. So this whole time she was like... Sorry, I'm drinking water. Blazing Sandra's Fury, but she doesn't even exist to them. Man, the database. Oh, well, what was she before? Was she the AI or was she something else? I forgot. Having completed her overclocking instantly, Betusa sends a powerful pulse that every doll present could sense rippling across the battlefield. Battlefield? Suddenly, all machines utilizing Sandra's technology freeze in place. Scouts fall out of the sky, while ad guides lying down suppressive fire suddenly stop moving. Following several seconds of uncanny silence, they slowly turn toward Betusa. In that very moment, Betusa hands control over the body over to Sweeper. Now, my dear Nitsi, it's showtime. She lifts her head and sees the Sandra's automations kneeling verdantly like subjects before a monarcher. Even one of Pavel's mercenaries being sent tumbling from his steed by taking a shot to the knee doesn't elicit a reaction in them. Sweeper steps forward, glances over the kneeling Sandra's subjects, and flashes a cryptic smile. Betusa, you truly know what pleases my heart, so... Fuck. What's wrong with the Sandra's Fury garbage? Figures. Shouldn't have trusted outdated junk to begin with. Oh, she's gonna get pissed off. And these horses. Why is their performance so shit? What good is performance if you can't use it well? Ooh. Huh? Damn, told him. The mercenary hastily draws his pistol, only to be kicked flying in an instant after Sweeper easily closed the distance. The doll moves like a waltz dancer, effortlessly weaving through the hail of bullets as she knocks the mercenaries off their steeds one after another. Just as the other mercs attempt to rush into support, they suddenly find themselves like fish in a barrel, as the entire Sandra's force has turned their weapons on their former allies. I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is, your heads will be rolling immediately should you not surrender. And the good news? Sweeper tilts her head and smiles innocently. The good news is, the horsies are pretty cute, so they'll be spared, okay? Alright, buddy. Ah, that's not funny. Look, it's the intervention. Oh, you can't really see it. Damn. Let me show it off real quick. She uses the intervention from Modern Warfare 2. If you didn't know that. Where is she? She's all the way down here. Yeah, see, that's literally the intervention. It even has the handrail. I need to find a picture of the Modern Warfare 2 version though. The best sniper it is. And oh my god, do I want to show this? Okay, do you remember Black Ops 2, the DSR, the bolt action? one of these characters uses it as well. Let me show you real quick. Don't. Okay, hold on. Before I show it, don't mind the skin. Just ignore it. Oh, I don't have her skin on. Eh, whatever. Look, this is literally it. It's the DSR-50. I think it says it. No, I thought it said the name. No, but this is the DSR-50. I think it says in her bio. No, don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh, right here. This is gonna take a while. Hold on. Where is it? I think it's just gonna say the same thing though. Let me see. No, it'll say DSR-50. Let me. Yeah, see right. Oh no, 50 BNG anti-material. Okay, never mind. It's DSR-50. It's the DSR-50 from Black Ops 2. No, let me see if I can show you another gun you might recognize. Oh. But she doesn't have it. No, hold on. Where is it? She doesn't have one. Hold on. You might recognize it from Black Ops 1. I can find it. Oh, right here. It's the WA 2000 from Black Ops 1. I don't remember using it that much though. I thought it looked funny, so I never used it. That's how I dictated whether I used the gun or not. What other gun would you recognize? I think that's it. Oh, the AA-12. The Auto 12. Oh, sorry, it's called an Auto 12. I thought it was called AV-12. I think that's all the guns you would recognize. Oh, the Vector. The 45 ACP variant. I think that's it. It's the only ones you might recognize. Oh, of course, the Mosin, the Gaunt. Not this one. This one doesn't look like it that much, but this is literally my Mosin. It's just that the bolt is bent. Mine is straight, and mine doesn't have the rail on it. I think that's it. That's all the guns you'll recognize. The Spaz 12, I guess. I don't have the regular variant over here. And yeah, you won't recognize these other guns. What is this? Why are you showing me this? Oh my god, not this one, the fucking other one. I gotta use the restroom though. Fuck it. I'll be right back. Bro, my cat is meowing and hollering and being dramatic. I don't even feed him till like 1 a.m. He's already crying for food. I'm not gonna cheat, but I'm gonna put Voy on our team. Shit. Sorry, the Shania. Garbage. I'm the trash man. I guess, bro. We can do this or something. Oh, this puts him in the thing, I think. Oh, well, he's dead. Fatuza, I don't know what you're gonna do. You're just gonna walk around, I guess. Just calmly dispose of this guy. Can Shania? No, she can't. Never mind. Liushih, I guess you can kill this guy. Oh. I really need to level you up then, because you're not doing too good. Methinks. Holy aura. Or can give us like one more person. I'm gonna get rid of Fatuza then, because I feel like Deshinaya would be doing a lot better. Oh. We could do something like this, probably. Oh, well. They all died. Engine kiddo. Sorry, Deshinaya, I guess you don't have anything to do. I can give you give everyone a buff, I guess. Holy shit. Oh, what? She didn't do another action. What? After this skill resolves. Ooh. Interesting. Ah, fuck. I didn't even know that. I think it says Void Mystina keeps killing everybody. So I don't get to see all her skills. No, we have to fight Pegasus. After capturing Palvo's subordinates and shutting down most of Sandra's automations against Sweeper's will, the dolls proceed deeper into the mine, flanked by only 2 Angus units. She didn't want us to shut him down or what? According to the POWs, Pavel has barely any guards with him, and there's no telling what trouble he might stir up inside OTB. Ah, one may so easily lose their heads in such a treacherous maze. For that, I say, follow in the hero's steps and turn right at every crossroad. No need for that, I'll keep track. Liushih, permission to open fire the moment we make contact. Holy shit. Open fire. They're our enemy now. They also did terrible things to Zishui, didn't they? Yes. General, Liushih, what's wrong? I think she's keeping something to herself. Is it Viola? To face a former comrade on the battlefield, to have to make the order for their lives, is a choice none ordinary folk can make. However, heed this well. No matter what you choose, Potts Maiden and I have your back. Say, throw Pavel to the umpire and let justice be his arbiter? Justice? There's no such thing in the yellow zones. While I do despite betrayal, had Viola not stepped in, I would have lost all precious memories I shared with everyone. So as long as we can stop them from making further mistakes and get Dilu back, there's no need to worry about my feelings on the matter, Liushih. That's how you weaklings get trampled over. Someone like that will only come back and backstab you if they're spared. You need to rip out the problem completely, roots and all, if you wish to protect those who follow you. Yeah, I really need to consider how to deal with Mr. Pavel and Viola. Damn, that sucks. Liushih ponders. In the past, whenever bandits were caught, she usually handed them over to the local leader. Punishments differ from place to place, and the yellow zones as well as a whole have neither time nor resources to waste on humanitarian considerations. Thus, hard labor or execution usually awaits the convicted criminals. But the actions that Pavel took against the Winged Cavaliers will be difficult aberrational for the mayor, given both sides' military strength is far greater than that of Cliffwatch Town. Of course, the Winged Cavaliers are undoubtedly the victims, be to get back at him, or to get rid of himself of a potential threat. Liushih has every right to shoot Pavel dead on the spot. But could that really be considered justice? Just as Zishui told Deshanaya, justice is an obsolete concept in the yellow zones. There is no agreed upon definition of what justice is, only one's own beliefs. Can I really make the call? Had Deshanaya and Phelan and I not chased after Dilu recklessly, maybe the outpost wouldn't have fallen. How's that even your fault? Pavel was right. I was never trained to be a leader, nor am I too bright when it comes to schemes and myriad manipulations. I've only made it this far through sheer luck and imitating what the commander did. Do I really have the right to determine someone else's fate? Liushih, sorry for spouting such discouraging words at a time like this. Liushih shakes her head, signaling to everyone that she's made up her mind. At the very least, she understands that she shouldn't shake everyone else's resolve at a time like this. But the bewilderment that renders her heart asunder stays at her feet, and before she realizes, Liushih has fallen behind the group. Suddenly, one of the two Angus units turns toward her and poses a question filled with concern. Feeling lost? Yeah. Liushih answers with her eyes glued to the floor. Ah, who was even she speaking to? She hadn't the mind. For some reason, she felt herself unravel upon hearing that voice. Words, feelings, thoughts that she couldn't even muster the courage to speak out loud to her long-time partner, Zishui. They all left her lips. I was never a remarkable doll to begin with. I only came to Cliffwatch Town in search of the commander, and only assumed leadership following memories of how he led us back in Griffin. But haven't you done an excellent job so far? Nothing I achieved was particularly special. All I've done this whole time was merely chasing his shadow. Whenever I ran into trouble, I always thought to myself, what would he have done if he were here? That's how I've made it this far. But I'm not him after all. I lack his composure when faced with despair, so I'll probably never escape my own cowardice. Upsetting, isn't it? Yeah, very, very upsetting. When I said when I still had the commander to rely on, I never imagined that I would one day struggle with something like this. Sorry, drinking water. Liushih turns her gaze to the Angus beside her, revealing a rare expression of vulnerability. She seems to have completely forgotten this model of Angus is not even equipped with a neural cloud capable of conversation, which means someone was obviously remote controlling it in order to speak through it. She was beside herself with hesitation, without the mind to even consider such a notion. Indeed, it was insignificance incarnated in the face of an enthralling comfort she felt reverberating within her neural cloud, then and there. So what did it matter? There's no person on Earth who doesn't struggle with such things. The more one shoulders, the stronger that fear becomes. It's the same for everyone. Even the commander? Liushih sounds a little disgruntled. She doesn't want to hear anything negative about him, even when objective words feel like 1,000 times more offensive than insults directed at herself. She stares at the Angus and gradually registers the unease she should have felt from the get-go. Eh? There's no such thing as a decision that's 100% correct. A decision made means unnumberable unmade. What? Unnumberable unmade. Terrifying, no? In such times, finding the right path requires you to rely on others, be it your companions, the information you hold, or even faith in yourself. Say, imagine you did not fight back against Pavel. Then this place, the Cliffwatch town, will become nothing but a factory producing dangerous war machines. Here, consider another possibility. Kill Pavel. Will that solve the problem? Or will the conglomerate send someone even worse? I guess you're right, Commander. It was us! It was me! The whole time. Finally, Liushih can feel warm tears welling up in the corner of her eyes. That title had always been a deeply buried anchor securing her neural cloud, a shining beacon that guided her through countless cold nights. It's really you, right? I'm not dreaming, right? Yeah, it's me. Long time no see. I'm sorry, Commander. After all this time apart, I wanted you to see that I've become a doll capable of standing on her own. But now I'm... No need to apologize, Liushih. Listen to me first, alright? Oh, sorry, I heard something and it threw me off. Oh, sorry. I've read a lot about Cliffwatch Town, as well as the Winged Cavalier's every deed. You figured out the proper way to help people of the Yellow Zones before me. You weren't imitating anyone. You found the right path through your own means. That's honestly incredible. Commander, that's not the case. I still doubt myself all the time. To be without doubt is folly. It would never be a sign of weakness. In fact, it only goes to show how deeply you treasure your companions. Regrettably, such struggles will always exist. Commander, have you also struggled with these things? Don't tell me that you think you're the only one who ever questioned whether you hold the right to dictate the other's fate. So when you struggled in the past, have I ever served as a source of strength for you? I can't even begin to count how many times I drew strength from all of you. It's entirely why I'm still moving forward today. Then, can I count on you to be my strength now? I will do everything I can. Liushih takes a deep breath. By the time her head is raised again, the confusion that plagued her eyes has all but dissipated, replaced by an unwavering determination. The person who gave her guidance 10 years ago will once more give her a reason not to falter. That's all I needed to hear. I'll believe in myself, just as I believe in what my commander said. Despite doubt and fear, Determined, we press on. Holy, absolute cinema. Right after the dolls break through a door that Pavel went through earlier, the surrounding space suddenly brightens up. Evidently, Pavel has just restored the power. The dolls gaze upon the vast interior of the former NSU secret facility. Scattered throughout are enormous industrial pieces of equipment along the wreckages of security robots. Master was right. Most of the machinery here was sealed away before it could be relocated. This is child's play compared to real Sandra's Fury forges, but I guess it's better than whatever the doll community's got. Mr. Pavel went through all that trouble to seize Delu to find this place. It's only 40 clicks out from Cliffwatch Town. Strange, I never heard anyone mention this place. The NSU built a dozen secret sites exactly like this one after World War III. They were to be centralized and protected shelters for operation, R&D, and medical personnel. Those who worked in this one most likely lived in Cliffwatch Town. After the site got abandoned and its original staff resigned, empty buildings above were discovered and occupied by vagrant squatters, though I doubt anybody even knew about this site by then. Liushih and I were baffled when we first arrived in Cliffwatch Town as well. Everyone living there had migrated from elsewhere. No one knew about the town's origins. We just thought the original residents were all killed by elites or bandits. Turns out they just moved out. Liushih, I found Delu's hoof prints. They lead further in. Alright, stay vigilant everyone. Mr. Pavel is a formidable opponent. So don't let your guard down. Okay. News of all of his subordinates being taken prisoner and the complete destruction of his corporal-backed Sandra's formation reaches Pavel. I need to drink water again. Such an overwhelming sense of defeat leaves a searing mark deep in his heart, as if he had been branded. Searing mark, sorry. Fortunately, he still has the intoxicating dream of imminent promised victory to dull the burning pain from that whiplash. Pavel turns his attention back to the terminal before him after multi-long-winded restart attempts. He and Viola finally succeed in awakening a decade-old machine from its slumber, restoring most of the factory functions. During their hasty evacuation, the Soviets left more in OKB Solomon than just the Pegasus and the machinery. There are also several combat mechs that were never completed or couldn't be relocated. Though putting those to use would normally require an operator, Pavel has his own ways of harnessing their power. As such, when the doll's encroaching footsteps echo in the distance, Pavel mounts Delu with an almost delighted smile. He turns to his younger sister and removes the pendant hanging from his neck. Viola, take this. I just transferred all of the valuable data into the key. Good brother, I will win this, but if something happens to me, hand this key over to that person. To ensure your safety on account of the intel inside. Brother? Let's just leave. What could be more important than saving Dad? It's not that simple, Viola. That Rorik Gerard with whom I struck a deal is already dead. No one can guarantee that the conglomerate will still honor his promises. And no one can guarantee the data can really buy our old man his freedom either. But we worked so hard for this. That is exactly why we cannot let our efforts go to waste. OTB Solomon is in much better shape than expected. This place holds enormous potential. I can easily build the most formidable private military in the Yellow Zones within 5 years, if I can control this place. When the time comes, I'll have the right to bargain with anyone I choose. I didn't say I wanted to be a player. Didn't I say I wanted to be a player, not a pawn? What I'm doing is to seize the dice with my own hands, while leaving you with our last lifeline. That means fighting Bitz's Liushih and Liushih until the bitter end. And they only have themselves to blame. I already spared their lives once, yet they refused to back down, and even chased us all the way here. Same story with Griffin a decade ago. That Griffin Lyos used Dad and the others as stepping stones to the heights he enjoys today. The only thing left to us is the factory, right in front of our eyes. I will never let Griffin dolls, our enemies, take this place from me. Dad would have agreed with me. I checked earlier. The self-destruct systems is still in working order. But there's only one way out, using our key. You must survive, Viola. You're the only person who cannot die today. You can't either. Why does it have to come to this? Liushih and Zishui are good people. I know you like them, Viola. You're too kind for this world. You won't last long in the yellow zones like that. We've already saved enough money. Go live in the green zone after this. I don't like those dolls. I just can't live without you. Don't worry. I'm only saying this so you can understand my resolve, Viola. I'm not going to lose in the very first place. Because not even Miss Liushih knows the true power of this Pegasus. Pavel tilts his head and stares at the approaching dolls. Lilu steps forward, shielding Viola behind her. The girl glances at Zishui unapologetically before lowering her head. You know, when I was just a kid, I knew jack about my parents' identities or ideals, but I loved playing games and dreamed of becoming a hero. I got obsessed for a while with becoming a military contractor. I thought it was the coolest job ever. It's all about freedom, justice, helping out people, and playing with guns whenever you want. Okay, bro. Sounds like the last part was what mattered most. Playing with guns. It was then I learned about Griffin. Funny enough, I always saw you as heroes, even though Griffin's most outstanding units consisted entirely of dolls and their commander. I still found it completely fascinating. The admiration lasted so long that, even after learning about you driving General Carter to his downfall, I never developed such hatred toward Griffin, even despite my parents being his subordinates. It's just, I never expected the... dude. God damn it. It's just, I never expected the one standing in my way to still be that same Griffin. Actually, no, they're not the same anymore. Are there really no more heroes left in this world? There's still room for talk between us, Mr. Pavel. I can help you save your father. No, there isn't. I must hand everything over to the conglomerate. Only when they start using the tech discovered in OKB Solomon will my father get his appeal and eventually be released. Besides, while I don't hate your kind, I despise you specifically, Liushih. Me? This man ain't normal. Who the hell would hate a generous sugar mama? Mommy. That's true though. It's true. That's what she is, kind of. A sugar mama. A sugar mommy. I don't hate it. Because despite processing all the wealth a man could ever desire, or possessing all the wealth a man could desire, this doll still pursues ideals humanity has long since abandoned. Bro, I don't get that. What? It's as she's screaming into my ears that the world itself isn't hopeless and doomed, but rather it is I who became scarred, rotten to the core. So bro just hates himself and is projecting his hatred to somewhere else. If you truly wish to help us, then please turn around and leave. Can you do that, Miss Liushih? I could even beg you. Please let me choose my own path. Unfortunately, Pavel, I can't go along with that in this time. Your path would only bring misfortune to Cliffwatch Town and make life in the Yellow Zones even more agonizing. If you alone had chosen to walk that path, I would have gladly let you see what awaited at its end. However, there are others with you, and as the commander's T-Doll, I just can't stand by and watch. Of course you'd say that. No matter how many times, people like you always say that. I will defeat you and put a stop to your plan, Mr. Pavel. But that doesn't mean I hate you. There will be many more like you, standing before me and the commander. Enemies with their own bitter grievances. I'll defeat every single one of you and keep moving forward, neither hatred nor regret while doing so. Because I won't let people like you dictate who I am. Damn. Pavel stares in disbelief at the doll before him. She has become a completely different person than before. Realizing he can no longer shake her resolve, Pavel switches to his other approach. Pegasus. The steel steed's eyes glow blood red. Almost simultaneously, the surrounding Mets spring back to life, raising their barrels at the dolls. An aura befitting of the final boss. I'm so hyped. Okay. It's not time. Give us cover. I didn't expect Dilu can control more than just steel steeds. Did the military manage to reverse engineer the Sandra's hive network? I told you, the Pegasus isn't your average walker. It's got everything a command platform would need, designed to be issued to elite dolls with full-on command modules, a true force multiplier on the battlefield. Every weapon still operational in this factory is under its command now, and there are quite a few of them. With the Pegasus, I don't need anyone by my side to wage a war. Just a little longer, Dilu, and we'll bring you home. Those machines may be relics now, but they were still built for warfare. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourselves, everyone. Don't you worry. Warmaster and I will simply unleash another combination attack to put an end to all this. Mr. Pavel is taking direct control of all the Mets through Pegasus. Their firepower will be overwhelming. Please be careful. Holy final boss. Ooh, there's so much pressure. Hey, that's not the skin you have. I expected nothing less of an awakened battle steed. That entrance was truly worthy of a last boss. Alright. Mr. Pavel's using Pegasus. I'm taking command of all units' fire control systems. The incoming barrage is going to be very dangerous. Everyone be careful. Holy cinema. Alright, who do we fake choose? Alright. Where is she? She's like down here somewhere. Alright. Shania, you gotta be taking out the backline forces. Oh, let's hold on. See how this goes. Oh shit. Kind of back up a little bit, that way I can... Oh, he's almost dead. Damn. Alright. I fucking hate that. No, Shania. This is so stupid. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Full-on combat mets and armored vehicles aren't something rifle bullets can stop. Although they aren't fully stocked with ammunition, a single hit with their main armament is enough to tear any doll's frame into pieces. Despite this being Pavel's first time commanding through Dilu, he's clearly undergone intense prior training, and his control over her is far from clumsy. Unfortunately, Pavel himself remains the weakest link in his plan despite his efforts. The doll's movements are simply too fast for the human eye's sight, reflexes, and input speed, all of which are unquestionably holding Dilu back. Sweeper is the first to seize the opportunity. She dodges Dilu's suppressive fire and closes in on Pavel for bringing down her blade. Although the energy shield briefly blocks her strike, the resolute forces still tears open Pavel's sleeve, making Viola scream in panic. As you said, This thing was designed for dolls, us elite Sailor's Fury dolls specifically. Your meatbag processing speed is nothing but dead weight. Should I teach you how modern warfare works? Modern warfare reference. Oh, come on, Itzy, don't remind him. Oh, so you're telling me to let Pegasus handle all this? Don't even think about it. I'm more than enough to deal with the likes of you. More like you don't trust those machines not to hurt your little sister in auto mode, right? Damn, that's right. Autonomous bots don't give a shit about her safety. One stray bullet and she's DEAD. Dead. Bro, that's crazy. What's this, Pavel? Afraid that might happen? Terrified? Aghast, even? Bro, why is she doing all this? This girl is definitely reliable, but why did she sound so Sanger's Fury? Liushih climbs atop a hydromech and continuously fires into its vulnerable joints, rendering it immobile. The Chevrolet then rips off its main cannon and fires at the autonomous AFV, pursuing Liushih, with herself thrown flying by the recoil. Ow, ow, ow. At last, we've secured a weapon with real stopping power. War Master, my legs, I can't feel them. Yeah? Just know if you dare to use my body as a sword again, you won't even find them attached to your body. They just got stuck under some rock. Get yourself out of there by yourself. Damn. Taking advantage of Pavel's inattention while controlling the meds, Liushih grabs Dilu's reins. However, a doll's strength is no match for a machine renowned for her power, resulting in her being dragged along. Mr. Pavel, stop being so stubborn. You still have a chance to take Viola's hand. It's not over yet. As long as you're gone. As if realizing something, Pavel redirects all remaining firepower under his control at Liushih. He's gonna accidentally kill himself. Unironically, this act also exposes the weird sense of trust Pavel has in her. Because no matter what it came down to, the idea that Liushih is going to rope Viola into this has never once crossed his mind. In fact, he's almost certain that she will do everything in her power to draw the danger away from his little sister. It's only after inputting the command that this dawns on Pavel. His trust in this enemy has far surpassed his trust in himself. Dilu, halt. Out of ammunition, but still a machine of pure destruction nonetheless, the steel steed lunges forward, sending Liushih's body flying some 20-odd meters. Sweeper tries to hold on to the reins as well, only to be thrown aside. Dilu charges recklessly at Liushih and lifts her front hooves high into the air. Staring at Liushih on the ground from the horseback, Pavel lets out a victorious roar. Brother, no! Liushih! Liushih runs towards Liushih, but the scene that follows leaves everyone stunned. The steel steed suddenly freezes, as though it has crashed. Her iron hooves suspend above Liushih without ever falling. Dilu's eyes flicker between red and blue, reflecting the struggle in her heart. Dilu, you still recognize me? Pegasus, impossible. I have access to its base layer. My authority should be absolute. Dilu isn't just your weapon of war, she's our companion and family too. Liushih slowly props herself back up, but acting under Pavel's persistent commands, Dilu ultimately stomps on the now standing doll. Liushih could have easily avoided the fall thanks to a doll's reaction speed, yet she merely raises her hands to meet the iron steed's... What? Read that weird. She merely raises her hands to meet the steed's iron hooves. We're here, General. Liushih, hold on. Okay. Thunder is thud, but not from Liushih's body being crushed under. Her raised arms catch Dilu's legs while Deshanaya, Balin, and Liushih join in to stop the steed's trample. Pavel notices Dilu's turning blue for longer than usual. All the while his control over the remaining combat ments grows increasingly sluggish. Viola, you need to leave now. Realizing that his defeat is imminent, Pavel only orders Dilu to break free from the entanglement, sending Sweeper 30 meters up into the ceiling with a powerful kick from the hind legs. With more and more Mets downed or destroyed, Liushih clings to Dilu's net tightly. Pavel points his gun at Liushih, only for Dilu to defy him, constantly keeping himself in line and refusing to give him a clear shot. In the middle of the chaos, Pavel glances at Viola to check whether she escaped this mess, only to see her running toward the factory terminal and inserting both encryption keys at once. Stop all of this now. Wait, isn't that gonna do like the self-destruct command or something? I think that's what he said, right? With the interference showing 7 Mets still connected to Pegasus Mark I, or interface, sorry. Viola practically screams as she slams her fist onto the controls. Almost immediately, the rampaging combat Mets cease their activity. Viola, what are you doing? I'm saving my stupid brother. Don't think I won't spank you later just because of this. Enough, Miss Sweeper, it's alright. She gently strokes Dilu's forehead before lifting her gaze at Pavel. Mr. Pavel, you have neither lost nor won, but your war is over. Damn, sure looks like it. Whether it's by the ideals we followed, the students and successors we fostered, or even the masterpiece we poured our hearts and souls into creating, the Solomon family is destined to be betrayed. Come on, bro, don't be like that. Even my own little sister had to let me taste what it's like to be betrayed by family. Pavel lets out a deep sigh as he looks around. Surrounded from every direction by dolls, he can no longer put up any meaningful resistance. You've won. But I'll have you know that, even as the winner, you can't win everything. The bewilderment in Pavel's eyes twists into a desperate resolve, stripped of all hope in an instant. He rapidly inputs a command into his terminal. Oh my god, this guy, bro. What again? What's this bastard trying to do now? Brother? Don't worry, it's just the Pegasus... Oh, yeah. Oh, don't worry, it's just the Pegasus Mark I self-destruct protocol. At the very least, the command is engraved into its base layer. A last-ditch failsafe that can never be altered or overruled. Oh, yeah, don't worry. The Solomon family has been crossed way too many times throughout my life. If even my own little sister is going to sell me out, then my father's creation will at least retain its dignity until the end. No, but the Pegasus is... Dilu is... Bitsis, Liushih, and my friend. Following the command's input, Dilu's core starts emitting a blinding red light, and a piercing alarm echoes throughout. Now move aside. Now that he's decided to end it all, Pavel no longer intends to harm anyone else. He rides Dilu forward, then slides off her back while the horse continues forward, allowing him to be captured. Liushih, take Viola and Pavel out of here. What are you doing? Liushih? Amid everyone's shocked gasps and cries, Liushih shows no intention of letting Dilu go. She charges at Dilu galloping away, and with all of her strength, grabs the reins and leaps onto her back. Liushih! Liushih shouts, intent on stopping Liushih, but it's already too late. Oh my god, my eyes! A blinding white light engulfs everyone's visual sensors, and the dolls can only watch as Liushih is swallowed whole by the radiance. Dilu, do you still remember who your master is? Liushih's whispers completely devoid of her usual gentleness. The commanding authority in it feels so imposing that even Liushih finds it uncanny. Amidst the blinding radiance, Liushih realizes that something within Liushih has just changed. She's still Liushih's best friend and the leader of the Winged Cavaliers, but at the same time, she's no longer the Liushih that she used to be. At the time everyone finally reopens their eyes, they see Dilu turn around, docilely carrying Liushih back, and they see Pavel, wearing an expression of utter shock. Viola cries out and rushes to her brother, already kicked to his knees by Sweeper. He dazedly spreads his arms open for an embrace, only to be slapped across his face before being kicked in the chin and knocked to the ground by his little sister. Bro, damn. Haha, looks like she's had enough of you for a long time. While I understand where Mr. Pavel came from, Dilu is already a member of our family. Even as her creator's son, I can't allow you to harm her. Hearing that familiar chuckle, Sishui glances at Liushih again. Does her best friend even realize what just happened? Seeing the genuine relief and gentle smile on Liushih's face, after all the burden has been lifted from her shoulders, Jishui decides she'll ask another time. At least for now, the Winged Cavaliers have overcome another obstacle, and it's finally time for everyone to take a good break. Holy, that was good.
記念に写真を撮ってもいいですか？
I like that. I'm glad he didn't freaking off himself. That would have been messed up, in my opinion. Alright, I'm gonna take another break. I gotta use the restroom. Final one. I wonder if we're finally gonna meet her in person. And just like that, the incident comes to a rather unexpected conclusion. Although they just fought a battle of life and death, everyone once again finds hope for the coming future on this festive evening. Now decorated with lanterns and lights, the Winged Cavalier's outpost is warmed by a bonfire burning at its center, driving away the chill of the winter night. In a corner far from the crowd sits a lonely figure, completely out of place for the lively atmosphere. I knew it. Brother, does it hurt here? I'm fine. Knowing my little sister can actually hit that hard actually makes me feel relieved. Aww. Viola sits beside Pavel, carefully tending to the wounds on his head. Like he said, most of these injuries were Viola's handiwork. That's kind of funny. Enraged by her brother's stubbornness, Viola completely lost herself while beating him up. Even Sweeper stepped in to stop her in the end. It said that to thank everyone who came to help, Liushih bought everyone a last bit of food and alcohol she could find for this feast. What a bunch of weirdos. Says you! Brother, you really need to take a good look at yourself. We'd be dead a dozen times over if it weren't for their mercy. To point fingers at the victor's kindness will have you see Karma's wrath one day. That's right, you ungrateful prick. I'm still itching to send you to your maker, you know. And don't think we're just over it. You even tried to kill our adorable little Dilu after causing all this trouble. Everyone. Approaching the siblings are Viola's former companions, along with the dolls who helped resolve the incident. The girl shamefully lowers her head under the two cavaliers' scrutinizing gaze. Well, count yourself lucky, because the boss said, at least for tonight, she hopes everyone can share a meal happily together. Viola looks gratefully toward Luca and Ivana. She understands perfectly well that she can never return to the Winged Cavaliers again. I mean, I don't know. But the fact that they're willing to tolerate her presence at all is overwhelmingly redemptive to her. She covers her eyes and lets the tears roll down her face. Looking at her crying sister, Pavel slowly raises a hand, only to helplessly drop it in the end. He then looks at the Cavaliers whom he once saw as enemies, many with injuries far worse than his. This whole day, Pavel has been waiting in this same spot, waiting to see whether someone would come and beat him up, perhaps even end his life. But all that waiting was for nothing. Thanks. In that moment, a steaming bowl of dumplings is suddenly held before him. Here you go, old demon king. Ye who was lost now found. Huh? What's this? A magical substance said to restore friendship once consumed. Following ancient Eastern legends, it bestows one with might to drive away the chill and mend broken bonds. Even fallen souls who succumb to darkness may find a lingering trace of warmth in its deliciousness. So please enjoy. I can't get over the way she speaks. It's so funny. What? Who set your dialogue difficulty so high? Bro, he's a gamer, 100%. The way he would talk to her when they first met, and then saying this. Have some, brother. Liushih saved these for us. After everything I did, she said, no matter which side someone's on, nobody deserves to greet the future on an empty stomach. Reflections, admitting fault, accepting punishment, all of that can wait until after you've eaten. That's the human way of handling things. I tried to do terrible things and failed. I tried to give up on everything and failed too. I'm just a loser. You don't need to veil my failure with goodwill. But Pavel awkwardly accepts the bowl and stares at the dumplings. Viola gently rests her head against his shoulder. But I don't think wanting to save Dad is wrong, brother. Liushih said that humans she admires and respects the most once told her, no wrong method could ever lead to the right path. Let's start over, brother. Let's find a way to save Dad that everyone can be proud of, and let's make our lives a little happier, alright? Is that even possible? Faced with his sister's innocence, Pavel can't help but laugh bitterly. People like Liushih and Zishui are far and few between in this world. No one understands better than him just how much darkness and cruelty lurch in parts of the world that Viola has never seen. He also knows all too well that he himself is part of that cruel world. In this very moment, he can't help but ask himself, just how many more excuses is he going to make? Having come this far, do he and Viola still have what it takes to walk the right path? Would they even be allowed to tread it? Would they be accepted? Suddenly, Pavel realizes what he's feeling is hope. A sensation so unbelievably real, just like the tormentorous flame spreading in his mouth right now. Brother, are you okay? Someone added something to these dumplings. Wait, what the must be Dashanaya's 5 million SHU Camsian capsules. She said whoever gets those are in for a bright future. Congratulations, brother. Oh, why are you crying? Are you okay? Wait, don't wipe all your tears and snot on me. Oh, alright, I get it. You worked hard all this time. Let's start over from the beginning. Watching the scene in the distance unfold, Betusa opens to a fresh page in her diary. Despite all the conflict and struggle, humans and dolls, enemies and friends can still sit together and share food. Is this what recollection means to humans? Absolutely fascinating. Huh, by fascinating, you mean letting two high-risk subjects free roam the outposts? I'd have those two locked up ages ago. Though I don't want to admit it, I kind of agree with Sweeper on this. Liushih, is this really okay? Even if Pavel is behaving himself now, what if he tries to lose Dilu to cause a scene again in the future? It's alright, Zishui. I believe that Dilu is no longer a tool for anyone can control at will. Why? Because Dilu managed to disobey her base layer self-destruct command, a decision born from memories, one she somehow made on her own. For the past 10 years, she lived alongside everyone and safeguarded us on our journey. Those memories have since turned into her own will. Just like how the commander granted us freedom through the agreement, which allowed us to break free of the confines imposed on dolls and let us create values beyond our design. I believe that if Mr. Pavel sticks around Dilu a little longer, he'll eventually understand why Dilu changed the way she did. But Liushih, you must have done something to help Dilu break her change, right? Me? No way. Zishui, you must be seeing things. No, I saw it with my own two eyes. You clearly... Zishui suddenly cuts herself off after noticing the siblings walking over. Seeing Liushih rise to her feet, she lets out a quiet sigh and walks up with her. Mr. Pavel, Viola, did you have a good time? If there's anything you want to taste, Zishui will try her best to cook it. Instead of that, I heard you're not planning to punish us. Punish? By punishment, Mr. Pavel, do you mean properly disciplinary actions through legal proceedings and sentencing? You know what I mean. Since the incident was entirely between you and the Winged Cavaliers, the mayor gave me the authority to judge. I've discussed this with Zishui. At the end of the day, we're tactical dolls, not lawyer dolls, with legal modules. Is there lawyer dolls in this world? That's kind of funny to think about. And we're not planning to install any in the near future either. So we don't intend to do anything. That's just an excuse. Even if the two of you have reconciled, your cavaliers still have the grievances of their own. Although we're the ones making the decision, we never told everyone else what they should and shouldn't do, feel or do. Sorry. Everyone. But they've all accepted this enragement nonetheless. At least that's the energy I got from them. Mr. Pavel, you and Viola deserve the Winged Cavaliers out of self-interest. Or deceived. God damn it, I cannot read. Mr. Pavel, you and Viola deceived the Winged Cavaliers out of self-interest, causing major losses and many injuries. That much is a fact. But we've also learned that the hardships you and Viola endured, and up to this point, no Cavalier has lost their life due to your actions. So everyone has decided not to seek revenge for their grievances against you. For now. Oh shit. This is your second chance at life. Please grasp it well. Liushih, Zishui. I'm sorry. Viola bows her head down before the two dolls and start. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna take a breath. Because for some reason, I'm like messing up my reading. Viola bows her head down before the two dolls and starts weeping uncontrollably. There we go. I've always envied you, resented you. Even though I knew it wasn't right, I still took out my pain on you. Everyone in the Cavaliers cared so much about me from the very beginning, yet Seeing Viola like this, Zishui reaches out and gently pats her on the head. And make sure to apologize to everyone too, okay? Yes, I definitely will. I'll do my best to redeem myself. Watching her sister with a cultivated expression, Alvo realizes the doll's gazes have shifted towards him. He smiles awkwardly, then nods at the two dolls. Oh my god, it's not that stupid smirk he does, is it? I hope to go back with Viola after accepting your arrangement. Even without the conglomerate's help, recovering materials related to my father from OTB Solomon could still result in potent evidence. I'll find a way to fight for our father's exoneration. Then we'll move somewhere quiet and live the rest of our days peacefully. That sounds like a good plan. As she goes on, Liushih passes a black bundle to Pavel. This is travel expenses, as well as documents prepared for you by our acquaintances from Griffin. According to the commander's brilliant and beautiful friend currently vacationing aboard the Elmo. Who is she talking about? Who is that? Dr. Solomon's case involved 5 high-ranking officials within the URNC. OKB Solomon was but one small, inconvenient chapter of their past for 3 of them, a past that they rather keep hidden. What? I know you're incredibly rich, but how could you possibly gain access to intel of the upper ranks of the URNC? That's just the extent of our commander's influence. How terrifying this individual known as the Tomato Emperor must be. Besides that, there's also a business card inside the package. Among our former comrades, one has become an extremely successful lawyer. That card belongs to her. She has yet to lose a single case to this day. Are they... who are they talking about? Kalina? Who's a lawyer? You can go find her if you need any help. Wait, what? A former Griffin doll who gained freedom became a lawyer. Hard to believe that the commander of yours was willing to let such a competent doll go free. That's the commander's charm, not something you people could ever imitate. While I don't plan to continue as an underground broker, I also don't like owing too many favors. Who's the lawyer? Liva? No. Who would be a lawyer in our... I don't even know. Pavel retrieves 2 intertwined pendants from his pocket and hands them to Zishui. Our parents left these for Viola and me, each representing their respective ancestors' authorities. Together, they unlock everything from the OTB Solomon. You can retrieve all the data you need with them, including activation codes for the production lines. Consider this my repayment for your referral and travel funds, I guess. Are you sure? Aren't these what Viola treasured the most? That's exactly why I want to entrust them to you, Big Sis. Brother and I have already decided to start over. Even without these, family is still family. If they could make the Winged Cavaliers' lives just a little easier, I'd feel better about myself too. Oh, there's this too. Pavel hands another item to Liushih, a booklet. The doll frowns after receiving it. These numbers are all intel and ledgers I've amassed over the years in the yellow zones. Included inside are details on the conglomerate spooks embedded throughout the various settlements, as well as hidden weapon caches locations. Bro, he's just giving us like, I don't know, like this is everything that I've accomplished as an underground broker, along with all the plans and secrets currently being carried out by the conglomerate. Wait a minute, aren't these extremely sensitive materials? I initially kept it for Viola in case the conglomerate no longer needed me, hoping they'd be wary about the information inside getting leaked. But now, please hand this over to the Tomato Emperor for me. This should help him understand how the conglomerate controls the Yellow Zone. Commander, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish, nor whether he'll succeed, but many of the things reported in this booklet will easily get people killed. If you don't like the sound of that, feel free to discard it. Understood. Then on behalf of the commander, I shall thank you for providing him with invaluable information and supplies. But couldn't you hand it to him personally? I would definitely pay him a visit if I were to keep operating as a broker. But right now, I need to take care of my father first. Once everything's settled, I'll find time to do that. Alright, that marks the end of my business here in the Yellow Zones. Pavel bows his head at the two dolls. Unlike when facing the mighty head honcho of the Gerard group, this scene makes him feel at ease, almost too comfortable. After lifting his head again, he makes another request that leaves Liushih slightly troubled. Pegasus was the name my late mother gave her, although D-Loot sounds nice too. Would you mind calling her by that name as well, if only occasionally? Okay. And then, Liushih's jaw dropped right there and then. She said she spent 3 whole nights coming up with that name. That's nonsense. I did not. It is well past midnight, and most others are fast asleep. But for some reason, the 2 leaders of the Winged Cavaliers are gathered around the bonfire, wearing radiant smiles, together with Angus that doesn't even have a neural cloud. Oh, is that us, right? How sly of you, Commander, using a body like this to infiltrate our party. Hey, I was just using it to make video calls. I should have logged out by now, but Dandelion insisted she wanted to see good food you lot were having. So you're abandoning us? Wow, don't go, Commander. I'll buy you anything you want. That's not what I meant. Also, I think Liushih's drunk. Please take care of her for me, Zishui. And it was a big day. Come drink with us, would you? We even got dumplings. Here, say ah. I just told you it's just a video call. Wait, you got drunk too? Delicious. You've both worked hard this time. If we want to stand on the same battlefield as you, we can't remain our old selves. For the past 10 years, Zishui and I have always dreamed of the day we could fight alongside you again. And now that feeling hasn't changed in the slightest. Commander, we worked super hard. Praise us all you want. Don't hold back. Especially Liushih. She's changed a lot. She's got to be the Gryffindor who's grown the most over the years. Zishui too. She's my one and only best friend. Even though we'd very much like to join you on board the Elmo immediately, the Winged Cavaliers and Cliffwatch Town still need us around, if only for a while longer. I look at the dolls around me and tilt my machine's camera up and down as a substitute for nodding. There's no need to rush. We're walking the same path, so sooner or later we'll meet again. Until then, you can aboard the Elmo anytime you want, and we'll make it up for the 10 years where we weren't available. Bro, I cannot speak. Sorry. We'll make up for the 10 years we weren't able to spend together. Being able to share such a moment with you is already the greatest reward I could have asked for. And Commander, there's one more thing we'd like to seek your guidance on. A solemn expression suddenly appears on Liushih's otherwise gentle and slightly dazed face. I immediately catch on to the true intention behind this call. OKB Solomon, right? Yeah, We've had some internal disagreements. Some want to seal it away for good immediately, while others think we should investigate it first before planning our next steps. How do you think we should proceed, Commander? I see. I do not answer immediately, given I've already pondered that myself. A fully preserved and operational arms manufacturing plant of this scale shouldn't exist in a yellow zone. If the URNC catches wind of someone holding such arms manufacturing capabilities, Cliffwatch Town and Liushih's Winged Cavaliers will be embroiled in major turmoil, so sealing it away would certainly be the best course of action. On the other hand, the Yellow Zone's future does not look very optimistic. Even without Pavel's whistleblowing, Dandelion and Liva's intel has already shed light on the many meticulously planned conspiracies the conglomerate has been orchestrating from within the URNC. Thus, there may come a time when people of the Yellow Zones will need the hidden potential buried within OKB Solomon. Let me read through Pavel's notes first. I don't want to make a decision before I put together what he has to offer with my understanding of the Yellow Zone status quo. However, that facility is indeed extremely crucial. Do everything in your power to maintain secrecy. At the same time, try investigating it thoroughly to ensure there is no hidden risks. Understood. At that moment, the Cavaliers' cheers suddenly erupt from the distant plaza. Bosses, you've got 10 seconds before the fireworks show starts. It's Winged Cavaliers custom fireworks. Look, everyone. General, Khan, what are you doing over there? It's more fun with everyone around. Only if Master was here too. That would be wonderful. That Sanguis machine. Isn't that... Ah, here we go. Here we go. Commander, Liushih, let's move. Right. Commander, come with us. Ah. I appreciate the effort. I let the two dolls whom I finally reunited with lift me and carry me toward the crowd. That's funny. Oh, that's what this is. That looks nice. I like it. After the countdown ends, Luca and Ivana light the fuses together. The fireworks scream into the night sky before exploding brilliantly above Cliffwatch Town. The multicolored bursts illuminate the entire valley, casting a radiant glow across every upturned face. Beneath the dazzling fireworks, the girls all firmly believe that the reunion is just around the corner. And when that day comes, it'll surely be a beautiful day filled with warm sunlight. Uh-oh. Alva, Task Force Defy, communication number 7889, requesting connection. Go ahead. Regarding the upcoming Red Zone surveillance mission, Voy Mistina and I have confirmed the proceedings. While I have no objections to the mission details, our current hardware may limit operational efficiency. Is backup authorized? Who would you like to request? Her infiltration operation is nearing its conclusion. Feasibility of her withdrawing early and prioritizing this mission instead. Sorry, request denied. Reason being, we can't pour her out now precisely because the operation is entering the final stage. You understand her better than I do. Did the mission fail because of this, she'd be extremely troublesome to deal with, wouldn't she? Indeed. However, I do have another suitable candidate. Ah, she also happens to be an old friend of yours. No need to worry about her combat capability. You should be able to work together great. If that's the arrangement, then I have no objections. Additionally, arriving along with the backup personnel will be a shipment of the supplies. Supplies? Is it protective equipment for the red zones? Not entirely. Considering the protracted tracking nature of this mission, a batch of lightweight wear has been prepared for emergencies. Lightweight wear? Although the reduced fabric coverage means they provide little protection than tactical suits, they become far more practical when infiltrating into certain sensitive environments is necessary. Alas, violence can't solve every problem. In any case, you'll understand once you get your hands on them. Sure. Style of clothing doesn't matter. As long as it ensures the mission smoothly proceeds, I won't object. Alva really is as pragmatic as ever. Please remain on standby. I'll connect you to your new comrade next. Best of luck with the operation. Who is it? God damn it. Who is the new... Who are they talking about? A friend of theirs? Who would that be? Who would that be? Is it AK-12? Or RPK? No, we haven't heard anything about them yet. I'm trying to think, who would it be? Man, I don't know who would it be, but yay, we finished Liushih's event. 8-12. That's when this will end. And we still need Dawn Forger Part 2. I should have done Part 2 first, honestly. When does this one end? 8:05. Oh shit. Alright, well. Yeah, we'll have to do that as soon as we can, I guess, as well. Alright, well, I am out of here because I'm kind of tired. What is this? Oh, Liushih's portrait. Okay, well, that's it for me. I don't think I'm gonna stream part 2. I think I'm gonna do it in video format. It would just be kind of easier for me. But I enjoyed this. This was fun. I liked streaming it for once. It's just my voice has been kind of ragged lately, so it was hard for me. And plus my jaw has been hurting a lot, so I couldn't really speak as clearly as I wanted to without hurting myself. Alright, well, I'm out of here. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, probably. I don't know what though, so look out for that, I guess. But maybe I'll do Killing Floor 2 in the daytime or something on Twitch, and then I'll think of something for tomorrow night. Alright, I'm out of here.